Notice something though. It's not just the playoffs all year. It's a different NBA game.
Physicality.
It's all no. It's less physical. If you get too physical now, it's a flagrant or a double flagrant fly. It's all about the 3-pointer.
You can't ask LeBron that.
If you watch him, it's 3-pointer. I was watching the game the other night, and just every time I shoot 3-pointer, I would say that three, all game.
They pass up 2-pointers. They pass up jump shots from the corner. Like that corner jump shot used to be a real shot, not no more.
Numerically, because you get 50% more points for a 3-pointer. You get 3 points instead of 2. And if your shooting percentage does not go down more than 50%, it behooves you to shoot a 3-pointer. But anyway, as a result, I was a math person. But as a result, I've seen a lot of these games, even in the playoffs. You had what's his name lose by 53. Who ever heard of that in the playoffs? The other day, somebody lost by 59 points in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, man, the game has just changed. But anyway, the reason I said that, we had talked earlier about nepotism, about Bronny James, LeBron's son, about Dion's son. But I think in some cases, as in what the boy's name there, and the daddy was raising out, talking all that shit.
Oh, the ball.
The ball boy.
Lamar Ball.
Look, man, I mean, you can have your input and stuff behind the scenes, but you take the case like, I remember, well, let me say the case that brought this to mind first. What's his name? Akatatumbo?
Giannis.
Giannis. Coming off the court the other day after they lost. Milwaukee lost. And
Halliburton.
Yeah,
Halliburton's father gonna say some shit to him. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
And Giannis 7'2". You can get your old stupid ass. What are you doing? So, I mean, there's a point to me when you need to stay in your fucking lane,
absolutely.
Man. Now, you made your son look stupid.
Yeah.
Back in the day, somebody's mama hollered at, wasn't Barkley. Somebody was coming off, I think it was Russell Westbrook. It wasn't his mama. Somebody's mama said something. You remember that?
Durant mama used to be around a lot.
Said something, and Russell Westbrook cussed her ass out and was like, and I don't blame him. I mean, come on now. It reminds me of the little kids playing Little League soccer, Little League baseball, and the ignorant ass mama or daddy run out there gonna raise hell. If I was a ref, I'd knock the shit out of her. Get your ass
off. Unfortunately, like, man, some of these parents, and it's okay to root for your child, but you're getting way too involved
when
you're trying to a person attack a player who clearly could do something to you. And then being all in their face and stuff. And I couldn't even believe that Shaq backed that for a minute. Like, Shaq was like, who's in the right place because he's always on the floor. Nah, man, enjoy your victory. You can talk to us like, yeah, this is what, but get in a player's face. You got the victory, man. Go somewhere and celebrate and get out of that man's face.
Yeah, especially when you on the stakes are this high. Come on, this ain't AAU or Pop Warner.
Yeah, this man is known from the playoffs.
Come on, guys.
Yeah. And if Giannis had slapped the shit out of him, everybody be like, oh, he's so wrong. He's so wrong. But I slapped shit out of him and said, I didn't know it was your daddy, man.
But ain't that what happened with
Shannon Sharp ran out on the court one time.
Basketball player.
Talking shit to LeBron.
Charles Barkley. When Charles Barkley, a fan spit on Charles Barkley, and it's sad that he spit on him back.
Yeah.
That's what was said.
But Charles was known for going at people.
Yeah, but I mean, to the point is, they're still human beings. They're not objects.
Well, the daddy was hyped up. He was wrong.
Yeah, he was wrong.
He was hyped up because his son just.
He should have humbled himself, though.
But he was hyped up. He was wrong.
He should have humbled himself. Because they're still human. They're human beings.
Ain't no excuse, man.
I know, but he apologized.
And
stakes too high.
It's detrimental to your son.
Yeah.
Because Giannis can whip your son's ass and your ass.
Yeah.
More than likely.
Huh?
Yeah. More than likely.
Yeah, you whip both of their ass, man.
Well, I'm not going to lie, though. I did used to see a good fight on a basketball court.
Oh, yeah, back in the day.
Yeah.
You'd like to see one.
I did. I did used to like ooh, but I was young and I'm not realizing that these are still human beings. They are literally human beings, but they get to fight at some point. I'm like, oh yeah, that's it.
But some of the
but in competitive
slavery
sports,
foul, nah, it's bullshit. Back in the day, it was just a foul.
That was a foul.
You try to
wasn't
come
no
in
fine or
home,
nothing.
man.
Yeah.
You try to come in home, you got to put on your ass.
Yeah.
I mean,
Shoot two.
These parents are
Get stitches.
highly invested in their kids nowadays.
Yeah.
They spend a lot of money following their kids
Yeah.
through all these AAU tournaments.
I don't give a
all
damn.
through
I
school.
did.
That
So
ain't
you
no
got to
excuse.
realize they
I
pumped
did.
up
I
their
spent a
kids
lot
are.
of money
Ain't no damn
AAU.
excuse.
There's no
But
excuse, man.
DC, it ain't like it just started. Like you said, it started in Pee Wee baseball. It started all the way up the line.
But the
It's
stakes are
happened
too high. He should have matured.
The
stakes are too high. Come on.
He apologized, but this is a competitive sport, and the family is just as involved as the kids.
I'm
Well, you
saying,
acting like you ain't
stay
used to
in your
nothing.
damn lane.
yeah.
Yeah, you
Stay
acting
in
like
your
you ain't
damn
used to
lane.
nothing.
Whatever happened to hoorah and camaraderie? Yeah, my son just whooped your ass, boy.
No,
Get
don't
out of
do
here.
that to
Get
him.
out of here.
Not to
Whatever
him.
happened to that?
No.
What you say that to is the other boy's daddy.
Yeah,
Daddy, you say that to the other boy. Daddy. My son
not to the
kicked your
student.
son's ass. You
Yeah,
don't say
I mean
that
not to the
boy.
player.
Yeah, you just talk to the other fan base. When you walk out and you get a big victory, you talk to the other fan base, and it's just a little
I
bit
ain't
of tone.
never,
but you
look,
don't even,
I never
you don't
talk
go
trash
another
to the
person.
other parents.
Nobody had a problem.
I ain't do all that because the
Nobody had a
parents get
problem.
ignorant.
Even though it ain't his son, but nobody had a problem with what's his name? Spike Lee be on the sideline going at players.
Because he ain't nobody. He's a joke.
But he's not a father. But I'm
But
saying,
at the
he's
end of the
going back
game,
there.
it's a time and place for everything. If
But
you
the
just
game
took a
over.
loss, you at the most vulnerable point.
Yeah.
Don't come in my face unless you want to
Yeah.
get fucked up.
Yeah.
Or unless you want to get cussed out,
Well,
or
I've
unless you
always
want
said-
Yeah.
repercussions. Don't step right here at this time.
Yeah.
I've always said some of the dumbest shit in the world was when they interview boxers at the end of a boxing match that have lost. Them motherfuckers be out of their mind, man.
Right.
Yeah.
And you come stick a microphone. How you feel?
So how the hell you think I feel?
Think I feel?
I just got knocked the fuck out.
Exactly.
And speaking of Spike Lee, now when he made Reggie Miller go off, a lot of fans like, hey man, don't do that no more. When Reggie Miller made him come back in about like a minute or something,
Yeah.
a lot of people got on the Spike, and Spike had to calm it down.
Yeah.
He had to calm it down.
But what
So,
about
Yeah.
when the players go
I ain't
in
knocking.
here?
I ain't knocking
What about
Spike.
when
He
the
sent me
players
a
go in
cigar the
here?
other day.
I ain't Spike. I mean, look, I ain't knocking Spike, I ain't knocking Shaq, but man.
But what about when the players go with Spike? Yeah. So Spike supposed to just sit there.
I mean, he has no business provoking that.
Yeah.
You know, Shannon Sharp last year went at LeBron.
No, he didn't go. He went after that
He
big
went
boy
at,
from Memphis, or OKC. Used to play with OKC, but now
That's
he's
right.
in
That's
Memphis.
right. Ponytail boy.
Yeah,
He went at him.
They should have
So
let him
come
go.
on,
That dude
man.
would have had something for
That dude
Shannon.
would have woke Shannon Sharp.
See, that's what I'm saying. You going too far.
And when you can't, I'm telling you, that boy like 27
Got
years
something
old.
or something. That boy
when
wore
a
him out.
27-year-old man can beat the shit out of you and used to be in the NFL, you have no business messing with a 19-year-old girl.
Thank
Yeah, DC. Yeah.
Now, that's a fact.
But you know, I like to see like when the fans do just a little taunting and the players be like, you know, if they make the shot, they be like, what?
Oh, that's all
I
in
don't
the
mind
game.
stuff. You know
That's
what
all
I'm
in
saying?
the
But when
game.
you go
We get too
do all
soft
that
for society.
extra
No,
stuff,
too soft.
do all that
there's
extra
a
stuff.
difference between
getting too soft,
There's a
DC.
difference
Yeah.
between getting personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
And
taunt
not
him and
getting-
all that, but
you
getting
talk
in his face-
trash. They talk trash on
Yeah,
the court the other day.
yeah.
But they called Tech the other day. Russell Westbrook called what's his name? They wasn't even nowhere close to each other. But they hit Russell with a tech. He called boy a bitch.
Oh no, you shouldn't be doing that.
Hey,
You
man.
know, because now you making it personal.
Yeah, you shouldn't have did that.
You
Don't
know
no
what I'm
man
saying?
want to be
The whole
called
damn
no.
game
no.
is personal. What
But
you
you
mean?
like,
No, it
but
ain't.
nah,
It ain't
man.
personal like that.
You don't
I
do that.
play
you
competitive
coming,
sport.
you coming trying to beat
But
me.
you ain't calling
I'm trying to
nobody.
beat
You
you.
ain't calling
Yeah.
nobody
So
a
hey
bitch.
man,
Nah,
I'm tearing you
that-
down.
now you
I'm
about to
tearing
get-
you down any way I can.
Nah.
No,
I'm
that's
tearing you down.
Nah,
disrespectful.
that's personal.
Yeah,
That
that's
is personal.
disrespectful. That's
Yes.
You
disrespectful.
just come to me and say, "Oh, DC, you ain't funny worth a damn." Okay, you come to me and say, "Bitch, you ain't funny." Oh, this on.
That's all.
Yeah, see what I'm
Knuckle up.
saying?
I want to knuckle up.
See what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it can be personal
Yeah.
or not personal.
Right.
Yeah, you got.
Plus, you got that adrenaline running. You know, when someone assaults you, you got that
we get too
adrenaline
soft
going
in
up a little
society.
bit.
Yeah, man,
It's hard
It ain't soft,
it's
man.
hard
I've
to
been a lot of
turn that off sometimes.
So in your mind, okay, I'm gonna push it a step further.
Okay. Push it.
You playing basketball. Mm-hmm. You lose a game. The white boy defending you says, "Go on, take your old ass home, nigga."
Hey, it's
Look at
happened.
him. Look at him.
It's happened when he didn't say
I'm
nigga,
saying if it
but
happened to
yeah.
you,
Yeah,
and he tells you, "Take your ass home,"
yeah,
nigga.
it's happened.
I know it's happening.
But
What
I'm
would
coming
you
back
do?
next time and whoop his ass.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
No, you fighting him right there.
I'm finna fuck him up right
Oh, no,
now.
no.
If I can.
No, it ain't.
If I can.
He whooped
Right
me. He whooped me, and I got he got a chance to talk.
But he made it personal. If he say, man, hey, we got y'all ass. But if he say, we got your ass, nigga.
Man, look
That
how many
makes
times,
it personal.
Look how many times they said Michael Jordan told motherfuckers, I'm going to kick your ass.
That's different.
That's totally
not
different.
That's different.
That's totally different.
That's different.
Man, as many locker rooms I've been in, you know how far to go. Even when you got the
how
opposing
far
team,
to
you know
go.
how far to go. You can like, hey, let's tear into them. Let's do whatever you want to do.
Right.
But when you
But
start
there's a
calling
line.
them punk AB and all that stuff,
That's
man,
unwritten
you gonna
rules.
start. It's gonna roll
That's
apart.
fighting words. That's fighting words.
They do that all the time.
No,
That's
not in the league.
No,
sportsmanship.
sir.
Not in the league, man.
No, sir.
That's
They
not
do
sportsmanship.
Not like
they
that,
do
dog.
not do it all the time.
Y'all ain't playing.
There is a line that you just do not cross.
Man,
Exactly. I agree.
them guys be telling me, yeah, I F your girl last night too. They be
That's-
doing all that. They
that's-
try to break you down.
That's not personal. That's so far gone that that's just a joke.
Yeah. And he
It's
didn't
just
say that.
a
He said
joke.
your wife.
That's
take
that
like
head
Cheetos.
game
He didn't
stuff
say
right
that.
there.
He just said your wife take like
When they trying to get in
Cheetos.
your head.
yeah.
Yeah, he
And
ain't say
then,
F because that's when you gonna start a fight.
in which you say
And it-
certain stuff
and
and
it-
the people, and it's like you men, I mean women too, but I'm just talking about you guys. Y'all kind of know that line. It's like, hey man, you know you done went too far now.
And both-
y'all
And but
know.
what you just said about Kevin Garnett, you do know Carmelo Anthony followed him to the locker room now.
Yeah.
Okay then, so that's why it's personal. Like
Okay, it's personal,
no, had he
we
kept
try to
it,
tear
but
you
not,
down.
but no, and not everybody after a game when you trash talk gonna get to the point where I gotta go to the locker room with you. Kevin Garnett crossed the line, which is why Carmelo Anthony need to be restrained. It's certain stuff you just don't say and do in competitive and being in the battle.
There's
That's
just a
right.
certain
Y'all
respect,
soft, man.
respect that you would think
Y'all soft.
That's Carmelo Anthony.
from
I
your
talk about your whole
comrades.
family you playing against me. I'm gonna talk about your whole family. I'm gonna mess your mind up so bad you won't
No, you ain't
be
gonna
able to
mess. It
concentrate.
wouldn't mess with my mind. It mess with your ass. It wouldn't mess with my mind.
Yeah.
Cause you crossed that line with me. Now the line way back, I'm a comic, But you get too out of motherfucking control.
Mm-hmm.
And nigga, it's on. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
You cannot
agree.
say, which is a taken for granted thing in comedy. You cannot just say anything.
So I mean, switching up a little bit, I cannot believe we're not talking about prime time.
But hold
Yeah,
on.
we did.
Go
We
back to
did.
this. MMA
We
fight.
talked about prime time.
I remember
MMA fight.
talking about him.
MMA fight. It was a black fighter from Africa and a white fighter from Africa. The black fighter said, "Yeah, call me nigga now. I'm that nigga. Call
What?
me nigga now." So
Well,
this is the part of the
Sugar
competition.
Ray Leonard says that every time he would get tied up with Roberto Duran, Roberto didn't even speak English, but they had taught him how to say nigga.
Right.
And when they would get tied up, Sugar Ray Leonard said he would holler, whisper in his ear.
I heard you say he said
Yeah,
that.
fuck with him. But see, he didn't know what he was saying. He ain't even so
So it didn't
it can be
penetrate
used.
to him
It's not
like
a
that.
thing where we in war, but that's not like basketball or football
Yeah.
or something where
Right.
a non-black person call you a nigga. That's intentionally trying to provoke you. They in boxing thing. So if you want to box, go ahead and call me that.
There was a certain wide receiver that my brother's playing against, and the whole game, the dude would come out at the last minute. He tried to cut my brother, try to cut him. And Roman, we've always been taught to play within the confines of the game. Out of nowhere, man, my brother they just get into it and just gets a penalty, and we were like, what in the world just happened? And then so after the game, and the team got fired with it, but after the game, Roman said, look, man, I told this man, look, dude, you go at my legs one more time, man. I'm telling you it's going to be me and you.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't playing within the confines of the game. Block me, whatever you want to do, try to, talk trash. But, dude, you ain't going to just come out here and act like you about to block and jump in my legs. And that'll get you out of character. There's certain things you just don't do within the confines
You
of
just
the
don't
game.
Part of the game.
So real quick, we got
Man,
to we got to shout out
Joe
Joe
Thompson.
Thompson.
ACL,
You
you
ain't
crazy.
cheating, you ain't winning.
If you
Gentlemen,
ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Is the same.
exactly.
You ain't trying.
We got to shout out Joe Thompson,
Joe Thompson,
DC.
$10
Joe, what up?
for you.
Joe,
He got laid off. He
Joe is
got
our
laid off.
man.
Yeah, Joe got laid off. He
Man,
$10.
thank you,
He
man.
Got laid off.
$10.
Joe, he don't mean that. Joe, he don't mean that. He don't mean that, Joe.
Appreciate
But
it,
Sister
Joe.
JJ don't remember. We talked
talked
about
about
Dion and coach of the Falcons' son. So the Falcons got fined $250,000.
Yes.
For the prank call that
Uh-huh.
the coach, defensive coordinator.
Should lose a first round draft pick.
Personally, $100,000. Don't you know that boy would have an ass whipping coming from me?
Man, he'd have to go find a place to go live.
Yeah. Right. Yes, sir.
That shit was all paid for by the NFL. I'm pretty sure they backhanded that money right back to him because the stuff, the whole Shedeur thing was orchestrated. I'm just saying, y'all don't think that the way he dropped in the draft, it was a bigger orchestration. It wasn't just
that part, yeah.
Right. So if it was all orchestrated, you don't think that also was part of the orchestration? Just to fuck with the little nigga when you can. If the whole point is to be like, nigga, we fucking with you, then why not fuck with the nigga? If that's what you're saying. The point was,
other owners told him like,
you sound like to me, like the media in general, when a young white, I don't know no other way to put it. White boy do something, they come with all these excuses. Well, he's got psychological. Listen, man, the young white boy did a bad thing. Stole the information off his daddy's computer and did it. Don't come up here with all these cockamamie excuses. The NFL paid. They didn't pay that crazy motherfucker. He's just a badass little young white boy.
A lone wolf.
Who did some shit.
And get white.
And you want to make excuses for him and say he's schizophrenic or
I ain't say he's schizophrenic. I'm saying he was put up to it.
I'm
saying he didn't have to go steal the number. I'm saying his daddy gave him the phone number.
No. Well, look.
Shedeur number on. Shedeur number off of. It was a whole list of all the other players.
Yes.
He picked Shedeur.
Right.
Unintentionally,
for a purpose.
Plus, he videotaped himself.
And he just happened to pick him separately from all the other coaches, picking him to go down in the draft too. You saying all of that shit? Yeah, I'm saying the way they plotted against Shedeur, which is what y'all all agreeing upon.
No, I'm not.
That it was a bigger orchestration that he dropped in the draft.
DC not agreeing to that.
Talent, in my personal opinion.
So that's all. That's the only reason he dropped in the draft. It wasn't nothing racially motivated.
Deion racially motivated.
DC.
You know how many niggas got picked before him?
DC.
I think it had something to do with Deion representing him.
Okay, that part.
And then I've seen him play. I think he came out of college too early, personally.
He's a senior. He had to come out.
But they also said there was other different.
I thought he had one more year.
No, he's a senior.
Oh, okay.
He had 2 years at Jackson State.
I thought he had one more year.
He had 2 years at Jackson State, 2 years here.
But I thought they said.
He's pretty good.
He's pretty good. He's a good quarterback.
But I thought they said it was some other quarterbacks that got over that didn't get picked.
You gotta be more than pretty good to go to the NFL, bro. Bronny James is pretty good.
No. I'm just saying what Shedeur is in the world of college football compared to what Bronny James is in college basketball is not close. I think Shedeur probably should have got an agent. I think that
all right.
I think Shedeur should have got an agent, and they did send an example to LeBron. Other thing with that other kid, they need to find him. He was a jerk.
All right.
DC.
Yeah.
Do you know how much money they made on letting him go to the 144th pick? You know how much money
Who
ESPN,
made?
NFL, ESPN, all the radio stations that covered the draft. He went to the number 144th pick. People watched that draft for 3 days.
How much money?
Any other time, they wouldn't have watched that draft that long. So they made a lot of money by running him to the 144th pick. I'm talking about the commercial, the advertisement they made.
I agree.
I agree with that.
I wouldn't have watched that much draft at all.
Waiting to see when he's going to get picked.
Yeah. If he got picked up early, people would have stopped
nobody
watching.
would even watch the second and third round.
They still
I agree with that.
I think it was strategic. I think it was strategic because a lot of people did. He was like, I think it was strategic.
Everything's not a conspiracy, man.
I think this one was.
I know it was.
This one was.
Okay, he got a little work to
do.
do.
They made money off of that. They made money off of that boy. They made money off of that boy. They knew they made money off of him for what I can't believe I'm agreeing with Bo for what Bo just said because I agree with the same thing. I'm like, I wouldn't even watch this.
Now, everybody had this boy going in the first 5 picks.
Yeah.
Everybody had him going in all the NFL teams, all the broadcasters had him going in the first 5 picks. That's the talent he had. But because they had a problem with his daddy, and they talked about it after the draft, a lot of the coaches and a lot of the teams said they did not want to deal with Deion Sanders because he didn't have a traditional agent.
Well, that's a reason.
I heard that Tom Brady had something to do with it too.
And let me tell you something. If your son becomes a comedian, he'll never work with me.
That's okay. He gonna work with Solo. I've been Bo P.
You've been listening to DisRace. I'm DC Curry.
I'm Bo P.
I'm Sister JJ.
I'm Brian Harper. Remember to like and subscribe.
Weightball. It's been a pleasure.
I'm Solo John.
And it's your man Bullhead. Assalamu alaikum. Peace and blessings to everybody.